Voting to elect members of the Hong Kong's expanded election committee has ended. 412 candidates were competing for 364 seats. The remainder will be installed ex officio or chosen by special interest groups. The election committee's powers are extensive. It will select some members for the Legislative Council in December and also choose a chief executive in March. Now, this was the first poll under the electoral changes based on the idea of patriotic governance. Beijing introduced a national security law in Hong Kong in 2020 after violent protests threatened the region's stability. Hong Kong says the revamped electoral system is designed to make the region safer. And for the very latest, let's now go live to our correspondent Zhu Dan in Hong Kong. Good to see you there, Zhu Dan. Now the voting has ended. Tell us more about the turnout.
Yuan, right now I'm still in Hong Kong's Convention and Exhibition Center. The poll to select the election committee has closed here with a voter turnout of around 86% by 5 p.m. It's the first vote since Hong Kong's electoral system has been improved. Two sectors saw a 100% turnout, with every one of the 30 eligible voters in the legal sector and all 55 voters in the architecture, surveying, planning, and landscape sector having cast their ballots. Among the 13 subsectors, the legal sector, which has 30 voters, had achieved a 100% turnout. 6 other subsectors reached a turnout of more than 90%, while 5 exceeded 80%, with a voter base of 1,750. The remaining subsector, education, was the largest subgroup and had the lowest turnout of 68.8%. While results are expected at midnight here in Hong Kong's Convention Exhibition Center, and we will keep you updated.
And Zhu Dan, you've been speaking to some of the voters. How do they feel about these electoral reforms?
Well, the expanded committee has 1,500 seats and is tasked to select the next chief executive and a large number of the Hong Kong HKSAR's lawmakers. While the Secretary for Constitutional and Mainland Affairs, Eric Zhang, said on Sunday that there had been an enthusiastic response to the election committee poll. He said this improvement of our electoral system is a very good thing to every Hong Kong resident. I hope that I appeal to every voter to come out to cast their votes and exercise their responsibilities. Well, the queues appeared at some polling stations in the morning, but things had been running smoothly so far. Earlier, we talked to some Hong Kong residents about how they think of the first election after the improved electoral system. Take a listen first.
I think it's good. It allows for some quiet and calm. They send us brochures and booklets so we can learn about the candidates instead of dragging us around and campaigning on the streets. I think how the activities are carried out now is good.
After the anti-extradition law amendment bill movement in 2019 and the pandemic, Hong Kong's economy is now at rock bottom. Locals are living in misery. Now the council is on the right track, so they can really do something for the people in Hong Kong. I have confidence in today's election and the ones we chose.
Meanwhile, social welfare sector candidate Tin Yuan, one of the centrist Third Side Party, rejected criticism that there was no longer space for voices in government outside the pro-establishment camp. Casting his vote at Kowloon Park, Tick insisted there was still room for opposition candidates in the coming Legislative Council elections if they were proactive in seizing opportunities. He said, "I still see a chance of us getting elected, and I believe there is space for non-establishment voices in Legico." While results are expected to come out here at Hong Kong's Convention and Exhibition Center tonight, midnight. So we will keep you updated.